Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel. Today I'm here with the Chevy Camaro SS as a drag build. So I've been asked to do a build on the Camaro and I've also been asked to do it as a drag build. So I thought I'd go ahead and take your suggestions and do it. So this is completely stock. Since I got like the pre-order version of the game or whatever, the deluxe edition of the game, this was already like fully kitted out, I guess, with loads of different types of body kits and things and a design on it. So I got rid of everything on it just so it could be as stock as possible, and I got it to level 399. So everything is fully stock right now and we're gonna do some stuff to it. I've also gotten really lucky with the parts that I got, and I managed to get myself a 6 Shidori part setup on this thing. So it seems like it would be really fast, but I guess the only way to check it out and see if it is fast is to drive it. So I'll end up doing that. So yeah, we could get some slightly better parts for some of these, get some you know, triple perk parts for all the rest of them. But I mean, a lot of them have the nitrous booster for like the perk for the speed card. It's so weird to speak like this. Either way, they have the nitrous perk for them and the speed and acceleration, which obviously, since I have 6 Shidori parts, it gives you better acceleration. So overall, it seems like it would be a very fast car. But again, the only way to see if it is to test it out and see what it's like. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and customize this thing, do some stuff to it. So again, a few of the parts will be able to, for you guys to see that they have been purchased before, and that's because they were already added onto the car before I ended up sort of building it, because of the whole pre-order thing that I had done with this game, or whatever, the deluxe edition that I've had with this game. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add a bunch of bits and pieces on this thing, just to get this to be a little bit more aggressive. Don't know how I feel about this splitter. I kind of like the way that there's like a big gap in the front. Just makes it look a little bit more like a race car, which is exactly what I'm gonna end up doing. Headlights, can't really change much because the grille is blocking them. Wide-bodied anything, I don't really know if I would. Okay, this honestly makes it look a little bit like more aggressive by going wide-body, because the wheels just don't come out. And it just looks like it's a shell that's like just bigger. I don't know if I feel good about that or not, but I don't know, for a drag car, because it has really thin wheels and it goes into slightly wide body, I might do it. I might do it. I know that the whole fitment isn't the best, but for a drag car, I think it looks pretty weird and it looks kind of cool. Well, the rear end definitely will end up matching it, and the wheels would end up going out a little bit more. I think it just looks more aggressive if I go wide body, which is what I'm gonna end up doing here. And it's a nice wide body. It's not like rivets or anything sticking on like a big panel. It is like a proper wide body like mold to this thing. Do I want any side skirt action? I definitely don't, because that just looks weird. Please let me have a proper. Wait, what? Why can I make this all rusty? This wasn't a derelict car. Yeah, I was just about to say, let me have a drag wing on it, which is what I'm going to end up doing for this thing. Again, I'm turning this thing into a race car, so just whatever parts and bits and pieces I can either take off or turn into. Oh, are those like LED? I'm down to go with some LED. Trying to modernize this thing a little bit. So for our exhaust, we can go get those integrated exhausts into the bumper if I really want that. Can I get like some side exit pipes? I guess not. Not for this. Not for this car. I mean, I kind of like these. They honestly do look pretty good compared to the stock ones. And then the rest of them are just a little bit too ricer-ish, I guess, for my liking. So I'm gonna stick to those ones. Well, we can't really add anything for the rear. Actually, I kind of like that. I kind of like this little. It's not really a diffuser, it's just a little sort of extra bit of bumper on the rear end. It makes it look a little bit nicer. I'm gonna keep that on. The rear bumper, I haven't even. Oh, I have checked. Never mind. I am stupid. I wasn't really paying attention. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. Just not really, again, a lot of stuff that we can actually change on it. The wing mirrors, I guess we could change if I can actually get myself to get to them. Yeah, not really anything crazy that we could change here. I'll just put these little street style mirrors, I guess, make it look like it's gone on a little bit of a diet and it's gone a little bit lighter. So yeah, that's pretty much what this thing looks like. Not really a lot of stuff to change on it. For the wheels, I don't really want to change them because they are drag wheels, and I want to keep the drag rims on it. However, I could do something like this. Are these just as wide or not? I can't tell because there's a big thing that's just in the way. Okay, they're definitely not as wide. I just noticed that they're not as wide. Wait, so there has to be like weld wheels, right? If I go all the way to the very end. And I'll have my drag wheels. Yes, there we go, the weld racing wheels. So we have these ones here, which are the standard ones that we had on, or we have these ones which have a ton of dish action, which is what I'm gonna actually add on. So yeah, that's probably it. I'm not really gonna do anything else to the wheels again. These are nice thin wheels on the front, the weld racing wheels, and I don't really want to change those to anything else. I don't think it'll be a good idea to do that. So I guess that's pretty much it for the tires. I guess. Do I want to change anything for the tires for the rear end? I definitely don't like those tires. I like the first set. The first set of tires are much nicer. Well, I guess that's it for that. For the stance tuning, I could slam this to the ground. I could just put a lot of camera. I'm gonna put bags on. Nah, I'm joking. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. So yeah, this is the design, I guess, that I had for the Mustang. Should I just add the same design for it? I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that. Let's see what sort of things people have made for this car. I guess that's kind of an interesting thing. I could choose something similar to this. Nice and simple here. A nice little design. I kind of like the color of it. It kind of looks good. I'm down to choose something like that. This I feel like I've had on a previous build of the Camaro, which I think I have. I think when I've done a different build on it, that's what I've had before. This one apparently is not working, that wrap. So cool. Let's keep going, I guess. And the wraps aren't working. What is going on? It's not changing. There we go. Finally changed. This one just doesn't look right at all. It's just, I don't know how I feel about this this wrap. I don't think it's on the right Camaro, is it? Having this wrap on it. Anyway, I think the first one is probably the nicest looking one. I like the color combo and everything. I think it looks good. Let's just put it on. And now, obviously the most important thing, let's see how good or bad this car actually is. I don't really know how to compare it to any other cars. I guess with the time that I'll end up getting in the race, that's probably it. Because I don't really do a lot of drag races in this game, so I don't really know if it's gonna be a good or a bad car, just by the way it handles, because I mean, I'm only driving in a straight line. So there's not really a lot of things to compare this to, for the way it drives. So overall, it looks pretty good. Why can't we not have... I really want, like, why can't we not have, like, wheelie bars on all drag cars that we build? I don't understand that. That should be like a standard to have. On pretty much all drag cars that we end up building, we should be able to have wheelie bars in them if we really wanted to. Like, I don't want to always have my cars pop into a wheelie. I want to be able to control it. So driving normally with this thing just doesn't work at all. The most recent one that I built was the Ford Roadster thing, and I ended up building that, and that was actually kind of alright when I ended up trying to drive normally, like on the road. It would actually have like a decent amount of front wheel grip, but this one just does not at all. It just doesn't like it at all. So we'll see what it's like for it when I'm trying to dodge like traffic and stuff. So that's a late shift there. That's a good one. Mustang just getting in the way. I got 5 gears. This thing reaches its top speed instantly. So that's interesting. I may have to raise that top speed up a little bit. 15.66. That is not great at all. 8.52 seconds for the quarter mile. Yeah, that wasn't really that great, to be completely honest. So let's try to do it a little bit faster. See if it works a little bit better. I need to be careful with the way I'm changing gears. This, like, once I change the second gear. Oh, come on. That little bit of NOS that I ended up, like... Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about the way this car changes gears. Like, the gears aren't too long, obviously, because this is a very, very low-end, like, torquey engine. So, it's not really the best for drag racing. I mean, it's probably kind of fast, but, like... See, again, I like cars that I can rev out a little bit longer, because then at that point, I have time to sort of change gears properly. But since this only revs up to, like, 5,000, 5,500 RPM, it gets to its rev limiter so quickly that I'll end up like missing gears. I'll end up like, or I'm like shifting when I'm not supposed to be shifting, is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna bring the top speed up a little bit on this thing. I don't know if I have or not yet on this car. but I'll try do it now. No, I haven't done anything here. So let's bring the top speed up quite a bit here, because again, it reaches top speed instantly. So there's no point in doing that. Also for NOS, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring it one step over towards power instead of duration. Alright, let's try this again. I don't know how I'm gonna end up controlling the shifting for this thing. Again, it's just because it doesn't have a lot of revs. It's there's a chance I will end up just like messing up my shifting. Let's try again. Can I just keep it revved? Yeah, I could if I wanted to. Mid shift again. You see how fast it like goes? That's the one. There's that top speed. It's kind of alright at dodging traffic. Not really the best, but it's alright. It's not terrible. And my bad shifting again, man. Yeah, it just isn't good because it doesn't rev as high. I hate that, man. I hate that. It just doesn't rev as high. I think getting a Viper or something, that would probably be the best thing for this thing, because that thing revs up stupidly high, doesn't it? I feel like it revs really, really high. Or like an S2000. I think it revs up to like 9k. I can never get like a proper start for this thing. I honestly feel bad because my reactions aren't the best for driving a car like this. That was terrible. Yeah, it's not really consistent. It's not consistent at all. 15.9, that's a terrible time. Well, I'm gonna leave it there. It's even though it's got a ton of power and it is fast. Being able to shift at the right time and do stuff like that, it's almost I'm upside down still. Just ended it like, okay, cool, there we go. But yeah, being able to shift at the correct time with this thing is stupid. Just like a lot of these like old classic cars, it's a little bit stupid because they don't rev as high, and that's kind of annoying. So yeah, even though it's got like a lot of horsepower, legitimately it's got a ton of horsepower, but like it's not really the best of cars to be able to shift gears with or drive normally, because this thing does not turn at all if I'm trying to drive it normally. Well, again, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you want to see any more builds on the channel or anything you guys want me to revisit, some older cars to level 399, let me know down in the comments below and I'll be sure to check them out and see if I can make some videos on those. But for now, this was the Camaro SS as a drag build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. That'll be it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.